transition. There we go.
Awesome.
My bad.
So you don't need to reintro then.
No, we'll keep this for posterity. There we go. For posterity's sake. All right, so do you want to start by going through your list, I guess?
Sure. You can see it displayed over on the right-hand side.
Now we actually have to go through what we said.
But that's not a problem.
The mic wasn't on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it on now?
Yeah. So it's 500 points. My bad. Still learning the software. Just messed with it today. So, yeah, 500 points. Veers versus Leia. I'm going to turn this down.
Or could you get a back feed down your own feed?
Yeah, so Leia versus Veers, both of us with Operatives, which I've never played before, you've never played before.
Nope.
And we're doing key positions.
We are.
Which are this hut, the truck, and this rock. Hopefully you can see. We're just a 500-point game, so it's a 3x3. The edge of the dice box and these walls, the edge of the board,
And right
to
to
the edge.
table. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's right to the table edge. Yeah.
You want to talk about terrain real quick? I guess just
Sure.
these are not only, I guess, for aesthetic. We've also decided to make them difficult, but they don't provide any cover. They're just a hindrance to movement.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And then everything else is, well, let's see. Is there anything here that you would say is light cover?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think there's just heavy
Barricades,
cover.
buildings, outcroppings.
We'll count the rocks as the edge of the base.
All right.
As long as you're touching it, right? Because, for example, like if you had a guy here, a guy
Sure.
here, a guy here, you're still.
Yeah, 'cause you're limited by the
Same with, like,
size.
here,
so
right?
just the teardrop shape. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I found my Star Wars barricades that I like primed.
Nice.
And forgot where I put them. So you want to go through your list quick?
Sure.
And then we'll get this. We've already rolled off, so you're blue player. So you'll be deploying a unit first. We're doing the standard battlefield, one in across the side.
Right.
But go through your list and we'll get started.
So quickly, I'm running Leia with commanding presence, strict orders, and targeting scope. Sabine Wren with Hunter, the electro grappling line, targeting scope, and the dark saber. We'll
And
see
I
how
did
that
put them up on the screen, so our list should be on the right of your screen.
We'll see how that works. The dark saber is pretty cool because it's a 5 black dice weapon with impact 1 and pierce 1, so that'll be interesting. Rebel troopers, they're running 2 units of those, and they each have a Z6, an extra trooper, and targeting scopes. And lastly, my rebel commandos with duck and cover, comms jammer, targeting scopes, and frag grenades. So
And
a total of 5 activations for me.
Yeah, so I have 6 activations. My list is on the right of your screen, but I'll go through it quickly because the font's not the best that I chose. I got Veers with strict orders and aggressive tactics. 2 units of stormtroopers that just have a DLT 19 stormtrooper. I have 1 unit of snow troopers that only has the flamethrower trooper. Despite me finding out how good the frag grenades were, I didn't have the points. Then I have my 74Z speeder bikes. With the long-range comlink, which I then realized afterwards was kind of a waste on a 3x3 board, but whatever. And then I'm running Bossk for the first time, and I gave him Hunter, and that's the only upgrade. And my command card deck is a mix of Veers and Bossk cards. And that's about it. So I guess as blue player, we have clear conditions, right? And we're playing key positions, so you're going to go ahead and deploy your first unit.
How sensitive is that mic?
It will pick up.
Okay, because I can
pretty much
still
everything.
hear our feed from back there on your screen.
Yeah,
It's just,
I can turn that volume off.
I'm just worried about that. That's all. 'Cause I don't know how much
There you
it'll
go.
get picked up.
Yeah, it's off.
Okay, so
Still learning. This is our first official Dice Devils stream.
It's true. Very exciting.
On the new channel. So,
We'll try to bust it this game as quickly as possible.
and by new channel, when I
brand new.
renewed the login and everything,
Yeah.
it was like, oh, you created this in 2015. I was like, oh, I don't remember doing that, but okay. So, it's a new first video on a 5-year-old channel.
So
That's done nothing. So
one is still here, I guess. Eh?
yeah, it's 1 all the way across. You got to be inside the 1.
Inside the 1. Okay.
I'm trying to find that little chart that shows you what all the little arrows mean, like which one is free versus which one is in action versus. I know it's in here somewhere. Figured I'd look it up while you're doing your.
Yep. So Trist, I just placed my commandos down. I'm gonna take their free 2-speed move.
Now, do you do that after I've deployed?
No, right after I deploy.
Okay.
So I can get to the rocks. So that's what I'm gonna
Okay,
put
that's
them.
in action.
Just gonna tuck them over here. And this thing.
And the terrain today is a mix of the Galactic Warzone by Gale Force 9. These guys are Galactic Warzone. Actually, the rock outcroppings that are yours, those are Galactic Warzone.
Yeah, they are now. Yeah,
Or
Battlefield in a box.
Yeah, this is Battlefield in a Box too. It's just their Galactic Warzone. This is the Plasticraft
Yeah.
pre-printed.
This would have been the old Gale Force 9 stuff.
Yeah, and these are actually aquarium rocks, which make great rock
Complete with
outcroppings.
plants.
Complete with plants.
Space plants.
And these are Plasticraft vehicles that you can build that come pre-colored, which are pretty cool.
Alright, I'm down.
You're down? Alright, so my turn. It's time to get some stormtroopers on the table. So, orange leader, where are you going? I think those are your commandos right there, right?
There, yeah. All 4 of them.
Yeah. Well, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, so put my oh, that's right. I don't want to start in this because it'll slow me down. So I'll put
Right.
a stormtrooper unit here.
Yeah, it provides you no cover, so it's just that's all negatives. Nothing positive about hiding in there.
I don't know if I actually want to be here.
Should we some stuff in the fridge before I forget?
I'm actually going to be over here. Let's start being over here. There we go. Okay, so we got some stormtroopers down here.
Okay.
Over to you again. So
let's
just
see.
put these snazzy tokens. So that's a troop unit. As I deploy them, I'll just do that so you can see it on the stream. Maybe. Not sure how well this shows up, but you can just make it out, I guess. It's not too bad. There we go. All right, man. Oh, got another trooper unit over there.
Yeah.
All right. This is a job for the snow troopers.
By placing one guy in that, I don't suffer from movement, right? It's just the leader. If the leader was in there.
As far as I understand it, I was trying
Or
to
more
find
than
a
half the
ruling.
unit.
I was trying to find a ruling, but you do all your measurements from your leader. So I would imagine that my concern when I read that was that, oh, you could totally game it and have your leader be outside, the rest of your guys all in
Inside.
it, and then be in cover, but then not suffer the movement
Yeah.
penalty. I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
What if it's light cover where it's more than 50% of your guys?
Yeah, I don't know. So I'm going to kind of do the same thing, just to have a guy up
Yeah.
front, but it doesn't really matter
Yeah.
for today's
Okay.
purposes.
So you're down already?
Yeah, snow troopers are there.
Let's see. We got left. We got left. You got 4 units left.
I have snow troopers, Veers, Bossk, and the bikes.
Oh, bikes.
Yeah,
Freaking
brought the bikes this time.
I know I'm on this time to
Shoot them down.
try and try and live for turns and turns and turns. Okay, so let's do. I guess I like it in this barricade.
Oh, and Bossk's bounty will be on Leia.
Oh, so she should get you have a bounty marker or something of some sort?
Basically, you're supposed to put a bounty marker on the model, but we're playing such a small game. If I tell you it's on Leia, you're not going to get confused.
Or if you have it, I don't. I can throw it on her card too if you want.
There isn't a separate marker from what I can tell. I looked at his sheet, and there's.
So you didn't count Bossk never came with a.
I don't think so. Not some kind of a bounty marker.
Oh. That seems strange. Because I know they have them for hostages.
Unless I'm missing something, but the long story short is that if I kill Leia with Bossk and Bossk lives, I get an extra victory point.
Bossk gets 2 he's got 2 cards.
Yeah.
stuff.
But don't. It's fine. Go ahead and deploy. Or did you already deploy a third unit?
Yeah, they're down. They're right here.
Oh, okay. My bad. I'm gonna put Veers down next.
So how does bounty work exactly? Do you gain a victory point or something if you...
If Bossk kills Leia,
Yeah.
if he kills his bounty,
Yeah.
and he survives the game,
Mhm.
I get an extra victory point.
Okay.
So basically equivalent to capturing one of the key positions.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll just put that beside her.
Okay. I won't forget. It's
Yeah, it's
it
kinda-
has to be a
kinda
commander
straightforward.
or an operative. That's
Oh,
the
does
only-
it?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can only put them on.
Makes
so,
sense.
Yeah, I figured I'd go for your
Really?
commander because if Sabine's on the board and Leia's on the board, in my mind, Leia's a more valuable target than Sabine.
Time will tell.
Because I'm an old man. So Veers is here, hiding behind a barricade.
Okay.
This
Alright.
might be a little dense with cover, but whatever.
Leia is down.
Okay. I'm gonna put some storms down with Veers because we gotta keep them safe, boys. So we'll put Stormtrooper right here, and the rest of them will be in amongst the cover here. So there you go, Stormtroopers with Veers right there.
Okay.
Back to you. You should have what, one more deployment?
I do, yeah. Just Sabine to put down.
No, does she have she has jump and all kinds of craziness,
yeah,
right?
she got jump 2. So it allows me to perform a move ignoring terrain height 2 or lower, and then I just treat it as a move action.
Oh, okay.
Gunslinger,
Gotcha.
which we know about. Impervious, that's the while defending if the attack pool has Pierce, as in like X, whatever many Pierce you have, like Pierce 1, Pierce 2.
Yeah.
Allows me to roll an additional corresponding defense dice. So if you have Pierce 2, it gets me 2 extra defense dice against that. And Nimble. Nimble, just like Rebel Troopers, if they spend the dodge to get a dodge, she gets that as well.
Okay.
And I just need to figure out where I'm going to put her down. So I haven't used her before, so I don't really know what her strengths and or weaknesses are. She's a 5 wound, 2 courage character.
So the nice thing about Bossk is he is unhindered, so he ignores difficult terrain. He has expert climber, so he, while clambering, do not roll defense dice or suffer wounds. So he can basically just climb over everything.
Okay.
And doesn't suffer penalty move for. He's only speed 2, so it's not
Alright,
like he's
Sabine's back here behind the rock.
All right. Where's Leia again?
She's over here by the ammunition building.
Okay. So I'm gonna put Bossk right here,
And then you've just got the bikes to put down.
and then the
About
bikes go
everything else.
down.
And I'll just put this stuff in the fridge. I'll be right back. Back after these messages.
Right after these messages. And I'll put the bikes there. So we have Trooper, support, my HQ is there, my operative is there, and I don't know if it'll show on the camera, but I'm running a mix of Veers cards and Bossk cards.
Oh, you did the same thing? Yeah, I'm running a mix of Sabine and Leia.
Alright, so I'll pull my tokens off, and we'll get started. Turn 1.
I'll probably catch grief for not running her explosives one, but I didn't want to slow the game down by having to look a bunch of stuff up, so...
Yeah, fair enough. So
save that
turn
for another
1.
time.
Good luck, sir.
You as well. Alright. So...
Not sure how important it is for me to really go first this one, because you only score at the last turn. So... let me check something here, because I can measure at any time with this. Well, I don't know if that's going to be useful, but we're going to try.
Alright.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yep.
Maximum firepower.
Oh, what do we got here?
So it allows me to only give General Veers an order.
Okay.
So Veers gets his order token put face up.
I played No Time for Sorrows. It's a 2-pip card.
Okay. And the rest of mine, I'll just shuffle them up. And then we'll just pick them as we go. There we go. Put them right there because they're out of the way and you can just select. So maximum firepower, Veers, General Veers card. At the end of General Veers' activation, he may perform an attack using the following profile. And it's 4 or more. So it's his bombardment. His version of Leia's bombardment.
Okay.
And I will have him go first because as soon as you start moving, you're going to get too close.
And you also need to move them so you can actually see what the heck you want to bombard.
Exactly.
We learned that the hard way with Leia last game.
Exactly.
I learned that the hard way.
He's got a couple of different actions here. So first things first is while he's got aggressive tactics, so up to 4 friendly units. Oh, no one has face up, so it doesn't matter. So the only thing he's going to do then is he's going to move. Just out to here.
Mm-hmm.
Peeking out so we can see this unit in the open back there. So move and then call in the shot. So it's not that great. He does have Inspire, which I didn't know. So you can automatically remove a suppression token off friendly units within range 2 after his rally step, which is kind of cool. But he does have Sharpshooter, so I'm going to reduce your cover by 1. But you don't have any cover, so I don't think it really matters. But if you did, he also has Precise 1, right? Which if he spends an aim token, which he doesn't have. So none of this really actually matters. I'm just sort of learning as I go. But I have 4 red dice. It has Impact 2, which is kind of nice. Oops. So that turns hits to crits, right? But it doesn't really matter. So 4 dice, just looking for basically hits. Yeah, I don't know if aggressive tactics, because if he can do it to himself. Do you know if he can do that? Because it just says friendly units with face-up orders. Does that include himself? I don't know. Anyways, I'll roll to attack. Impact 2, so basically 2 crits, because they both those hits turn to crits. Boom, boom. And it has immune to deflect if you're going to try and deflect it somehow.
Can't do that with those guys.
Yeah, I didn't think so, but figured I would tell you. Hey, I'll take it. 2 guys and a suppression token. Off first activation. And Veers is done, so it'll be your turn, sir. Your activation, I should say.
And 2 dudes, you said, right?
Yeah.
He
Boom,
does
boom.
like that.
First blood.
Over here. Alright.
Over to you. As you mow on your pizza.
Mowing down. Okay. Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do? So you got your commandos and a troop unit.
I do. Take him out that way, I guess.
What's that, Mumbles?
Take him out that way, I guess. Draw. Let's see what you're doing first.
I kind of had to play that card because...
It's kind of no-brainer.
Yeah, it's...
Oh, I have a question for you. When does that come in? This is when it's issued. What is it, when you place the... When you give them their token face up, or it's actually on their...
That's issuing them an order. Yes, so when you
on
give
their
them
turn?
their token face up, they get a speed 1 move.
Alright, well, I wasn't going to move these guys, but I would move these guys.
Okay.
So I'll move them their speed 1, which is like going around the barricade.
Well, speed 1, you can
Oh, I can go through the
over.
barricade.
Yeah, you go right over top of it, yeah. They're advancing up the table. Then you choose who you want to activate.
These guys.
Okay. So now they actually move normally.
Those normal
'Cause
they
it's a-
can.
Oh no, it may perform a speed 1 move. It's not a free move, so that's one of your actions.
No, it's not.
But it doesn't say free.
Of course it's free. It has to be free. That's why it's on the card.
No, that doesn't make any sense. This is still his attack.
So
This is still his attack. I had
Why
to
would
use an
you-
action to do this.
why would you ever do that then?
Because I got to go first. You could have moved. When we issue orders, you could have then moved something out of line of sight, moved it out of the way.
For one
That's
speed?
why. Yeah,
That seems like a huge waste of time.
that's why. Because the other one, you'll actually have to say free action for it to be free. It's just like Veers' bombardment. It's not free. It's one
I
of
just
his
thought
actions.
all the ones on the cards were just separate. They're part of the command phase, not part of the activation phase. Right? 2 separate phases.
I don't believe so. Because this says like at the end of his activation,
Right
he
at
may
the end.
perform
Right at the
an
end
attack.
of the, right exactly at the end of his activation it says that.
Right, so he still has to do it. These guys may perform a speed 1 move, so it's optional, and it's a move. It's still a move. I don't think it's free.
So that's one specific to her activation. This one's at the end of the command phase. You do something.
Yeah, but if an action's free in the game, it always says
I don't
it's
know
free.
why that doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, it does, because you could have technically, if you'd seen me sticking out here and you drew line of sight, you could have in response done a speed 1 move to move them so I can't see them. For
Well, I
example.
can't because it's your turn. I'm not allowed to.
Well, except you do it at the issue orders. You do it before I activate anybody. See? You would have done it before. For example, you would
Okay,
have done
I'm not
it
gonna spend any more
before
time on
activate.
it because it's a waste of time. So
Okay.
I can move them then. I'm not gonna put them in the open for no reason. Here, draw one of the randoms.
That far end. Sabine.
Oh, here's easy.
I'll Google it quickly while you're doing that. But I'm pretty sure it would have to say free for it
This
to be
isn't.
free.
Because it doesn't really. I mean, I agree, but it's awfully specific to you doing something. Yeah, okay. In your case, I could have used it to move out of line of sight or something, but that doesn't. I don't know. That doesn't seem very beneficial.